clash of steel and the guttural roars of the enemy filled the air, mingling with the cries of the wounded and the dying all around them. Exhausted and outnumbered, the dwarven defenders and their allies fought valiantly, but it was clear they could not hold out much longer. The weight of impending defeat hung heavily over the battlefield, the grim specter of annihilation looming ever closer for Clan Broken Iron. Just as hope seemed lost, the doors of the keep began to give way. And the doors of the keep began to give way. A distant hum resonated through the air as your blade singers, sending stone began to vibrate. The sky above the battlefield darkened, though not with foreboding clouds of an approaching storm, with the shadow of a colossal airship emerging from the distant horizon as it crested over the top of the mountain. Its arrival was heralded by a low rumbling hum of its engines, a sound that reverberates across the plains. The vessel was a marvel of engineering and arcane prowess, gliding effortlessly above the chaos below, its sleek hull gleaming in the muted light of the overcast sky. As the airship drew nearer, the mounted ballista and catapults along its side came to life, their operators working with practiced precision. Massive bolts and heavy stones were launched from the airship's sides, arcing through the air before crashing into the ranks of the hobgoblin army below with devastating force. Each impact sent a shockwave through the battlefield, the cries of the wounded and the dying drowned out by the deafening explosions and the splintering of wood and armor. On the deck of the airship, royal battle mages clad in dark flowing purple robes channeled their arcane abilities with a flick of their wrists and an utterance of ancient incantations. They hurled fireballs into the densely packed ranks of the hobgoblins below. Fiery orbs streaked through the air like comets, exploding in brilliant bursts of flame that consumed everything in their path. The acrid scent of burning flesh and the screams of the hobgoblins filled the air in a grim symphony of war. Amidst the chaos and the carnage wrought by the aerial bombardment, a new sound emerged from the west. A thunderous rumble that seemed to grow louder with each passing moment. On the lone hill opposite the fortress of Dune Kragadum, the dwarven cavalry of the Anvil Breakers made their appearance, mounted on fearsome war rams. Cavalry formed a formidable line, their gleaming armor and lowered spears reflecting the resolute determination etched upon their faces. With a guttural battle cry, the Anvil Breakers spurred their mounts into a thundering charge, the ground trembling beneath the weight of the charging cavalry. War rams' hooves pounding the earth with relentless fury as they descended the hill, their momentum only grew. A tidal wave of dwarven might and steel hurtling towards unsuspecting rear flank of the hobgoblin army. The impact of the charge was cataclysmic. Dwarven spears pierced through the ranks of the hobgoblins, impaling their foes, and the sheer pressing weight and power of the ram riders shattered into the rear of the enemy lines, sending hobgoblins flying in all directions. Panic and chaos quickly swept through the ranks of the hobgoblins like wildfire, as they were caught between the relentless bombardment from above and the unstoppable force of dwarven cavalry from behind. In the midst of the turmoil, the once united hobgoblin ranks began to falter, their resolve crumbling under the combined assault. The battlefield lay strewn with the remnants of a broken army. The scent of smoke and burning flesh mixed with blood hung heavily in the air. As the airship continues its bombardment above and the Anvil Breakers press their charge, the tide of battle has unmistakably turned, marking the beginning of the end for the Black Banner Hobgoblins. So I realized about halfway through that was really long. So
no, you're fine,
like,
dude.
They're going to be doomed.
No, it's like a big climactic moment. So it's a big sweeping cutscene.
By the way, I just walked downstairs real quick, and the cats got their cat treats and tore up the bag.
They ate the whole bag?
Yeah, they shredded it up, and I realized I left the cabinet door open, and they know which cabinet it's in. Because I just wanted to add a little salt, high water. All for a little salt. Yeah, I'll show you what it looks like. I found it on the floor, but yeah.
Well, they knew you had the Tritos in there.
Yeah, that's my fault. I was actually running down real quick just to check on him because Chetty's is a little sick.
Oh no! Well,
Yeah,
Luna
he
did
gets-
that. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Is he gonna be okay?
Yeah, he gets sick like every year, but I have his
guy.
inhaler.
Yeah.
So if he throws up again or starts having trouble breathing, I'm gonna try to
Hit him with it. Yeah, yeah.
But I'm a little worried. I don't know how to use it that well, or at all. It's just for asthma, and that's what they did. I just
Well, I'm
wanted to
sure.
make sure.
Well, I'm sure you could look it up.
Yeah, there's videos and stuff, but he seems to be
Oh.
fine. But I'm just
They
keeping an
fucked
eye
that
on him.
bag up.
Oh yeah, they fucked it up.
You can see where they started up top and said, "Nah." I mean, little tiny Luna did the same thing at my parents' house. They had because Duncan doesn't dig into stuff at his age. They had a bag of dog food on the floor, and this was like months ago. I went to pick her up. They were watching her, and I saw the bag of dog food on the floor. So I went to pick it up, and it was chewed open. And I told my mom, I was like, "Hey, you can't leave stuff laying on the floor because even though she's a little tiny puppy, she's determined. Like she'll find a way. She will find a way."
Oh yeah.
Oh, he doesn't look like he's feeling too bad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't feel too bad.
Oh,
Don't feel that bad.
he's probably feeling pretty good and full of treats right now.
Mm.
Oh my. All right. Well, hey, think about what you guys want to do here. There is still this little tiny micro battle going on up top here, but the hobgoblins are being decimated in the field in front of the fortress. I'm going to grab a drink real quick, but I'll be right back.
That's what I'm doing. I'm getting a little food. Won't you be my friend? Dude, Wes, do you know any Blade songs?
Do I know any what? Did you say if I knew any Bleach songs?
No, Blade songs.
Blade. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
Blade songs. Like you're a Blade singer. You're a Blade singer. You know any Blade songs?
Yeah, I do.
Do you know? Won't you be my friend?
No, I don't know that one.
All right, I'll teach it to you. When you play a song, you say, "Won't you be my friend?"
How if you're going to sing it like that? Dude, Wes, you should ask him about that thing you were asking me on Friday that we used to say in high school. Because I kept thinking about that all weekend and I have no idea.
Dave, do you remember something we used to say in high school where it was, I don't know if it was in reference to a teacher or something like that, but it was, I'm not sure if it
Hope
was
it's
like,
ice cream turkey.
it was, we had someone, we would say someone's name, right? And I'm not sure who it was, but it would be like, blank is a dumbass. In fact, blank is such a dumbass that, and then the bit goes on, but I can't remember who it was in reference to, and I can't remember how the rest of it goes.
Like blank, so and so is a dumbass.
Yeah, we used to have like there was a name where it would be like such and
Like
such.
like Frank. Frank
Yeah.
is a dumbass. Nah, dude, I don't think we did that.
Yeah, I might have to ask Brett. I think that was more of a Brett
Yeah, Brett
thing.
will remember. Brett will remember. I'll tell you one thing I did remember over the weekend was I'm just gonna, because I don't know if we're on the record here, so I'm just gonna say Zach. I remember this guy that we know named Zach was driving his vehicle to school one day, and he just ran over an Amish person and kept driving. I remember he told me about that. He's like, "Oh, I hit an Amish guy on the road today," and I was like, "What the fuck do you mean you hit an Amish guy?" And he's like, "Yeah, I hit an Amish guy with my Jeep, but it's all right." He got up and just got back on his bike. Yeah. Yeah.
I remember a guy named Zach who got in trouble for stealing laptops. Was it the same Zach?
Yeah, I think it is. I think it is.
Dude, I saw a picture of Zach Lockman and his current whatever, like a couple, like maybe like 2 or 3 years ago. And I saw him a picture on Facebook. And when I'm on Facebook, the first thing that pops in my head when I see pictures is probably the last thing that you should comment. And they were both very, like the last time I saw him, he was at Planet Fitness. And, so he was like all fit and stuff. And then it looked like, and then I see this picture, and him and his lady are both rotund walruses.
Wow.
And all I could think about was saying something about like fucking who sat on the cake. like it just looked like they were just like stacked like cakes.
Wow.
I was like, yeah. I was like,
Maybe
wow.
maybe that's the problem. They should have chilled on the cakes.
But it was like weird because the last time I saw him, he's like, "Oh, okay, he's what and then it's like, what the fuck happened? Something went way off the rails. I can't remember what I was gonna say though. Fuck, it was something about. Anyway,
Comments.
I never.
The last comment that she should comment on someone's social media post.
Oh yeah, yeah. You were like, "Oh, you shouldn't make comments," but I wonder,
I think it was that's all I do. I never say any of it, but I scroll and then I'm like, dude, I should say this. I should say this.
Trolling was so much easier when I was actually an anonymous user.
Right?
That's funny.
The problem is, if I say it after enough times, I think they'll just be like unfriend or mute or whatever, and that's fine when you're anonymous. But then it's like, fuck, I got no one to make fun of. And then I just sit here and come up with stuff. You know who my favorite right now is? I'll tell you who my favorite Facebook account right now. It's Scott Carper, and I can't like every day.
Dude.
I
Oh
can't
my God.
wait to see what he posts.
Holy shit. I was just thinking about how active he is now because the political thing is starting to ramp up. It's so funny to hear you say that.
It's
oh
so
my
weird.
God.
But it's like the last couple of years, it was like, okay, it was like a dog or whatever, or like it's something. And then it's like, all right, let's see what's going on here. And then it's like, lo and behold, Jesus Christ, dude. And I was thinking to myself, what should I say? Should I say something? What should I say? And then I'm like, okay, well, he's like, basically, he's like the male version of Lisa Simpson. So I was thinking, the only thing that it's true though. The only thing I was like, should I say this? No. Should I say this? No. And the only thing I can think of is like every time he posts something about current events, I just want to, no matter what it is, I just want to say, so are you voting for Trump?
Oh my God, his head would implode.
I know, I was just like fucking.
Oh man,
I just can't think. I just can't stop thinking of that. Like, it's today. I look it up and it's today. Like, it's today the day I do it.
You got a whole 5 months of this to think about it, and then honestly, like depending on what the outcome of the presidential election is, you might have literal years to think about it. And
I know it's so fun. It's so fun. It's so bad. Like I get excited. I'm like, oh, what did he put? What did he post today?
Oh my goodness!
I don't say anything. I just get excited.
That's so. Because I've been noticing he's been posting a lot of messaging lately.
He just
I was just thinking, like, holy, come on, dude. Like, come on. We deal with this all the time. Like, come on. Like, I don't need to hear it from you. Like, I can turn on literally anything and hear about it.
Yeah, so you can turn on any TV like station or read any article, and it's literally the exact same thing. So I'm like, this guy.
Dude, here's one for you. I was talking to Wes about this. I don't remember the late night hosts being so extremely political. Like it seems like like that's all they talk about. Like I went to see David Letterman his last season. He was on the air, and it was just I don't even think he broached the topic of politics. And now it's like if you turn on any of those guys at all, other than I think Conan.
That's what I used to watch
politics.
Conan like in the daytime, and that's like, oh, okay, this is what. And then all of a sudden they're just like, I think you know what I think they are. I think they're televangelists because they're just televangelists. They are at nighttime. It's just like instead of the sermons at night, they're just televangelists.
Dude, that's what I should have done.
Nothing's funny. I'm just like, dude, just go back to telling jokes.
You know, I've been wanting to watch the Righteous Gemstones because it's all about a televangelist grifting family. That's what I should have done. I could be living in a mega mansion at this point. Like
the first season of that is pretty funny.
Oh, you've seen it?
I've seen like the first season. It's pretty good.
Walton Goggins is in it, right?
Yeah, Uncle Baby.
Dude,
Billy.
he's great. Yeah, he's great in literally everything I've ever seen him in. Yeah, so I've been meaning to watch that. We might have to add that to the end of the rotation there on Fridays. Too funny. That is really funny that you said that though, Dave, because like I said, I was thinking the exact same thing. Like
I think it's just accurate at this point.
I think the more people post things like that too, it's sort of how do I want to put it? You make yourself available as a target for other forms of messaging, you know? Like so
you just keep digging deeper every day, and then I don't think you can climb out. After a while, I don't think you can climb out. Then all you need is some guy walk over your hole with the bow and arrow.
And doe arrows. This is a perfect time to try these out. Oh my. All right, hold on. Let me get a sip of this beverage here.
What do you got? I got a Asahi Super Dry.
Oh, you win. Hell yeah, that's for the win. I am trying to drink through the 12-pack of the Golden Road mango carts that I bought when Wes and I went to see Godzilla last year. I bought them. It's a really good beer. It's a mango flavored beer, I think, from Florida. And I mean, they're really good, but they're like a dessert beer, you know, so you can't really drink more than one of them at a time because they're so incredibly sweet. So, but I've had them in my fridge for a long time. So I'm just one by one, just drinking them in the evening.
Like mead, like, hey, Wes, you only supposed to drink a little bit there.
No way, dude.
Dessert beverage.
Mead? Psh, not at the PA Ren Fair. You could start your day drinking flights of mead.
And then walk into the
Makes
distillery.
Yeah, and then you take literally 20 steps down the hill. Yeah, and you're at the distillery where you could take as many shots of liquor as you want. First thing in the morning.
And you're not even in the gates yet.
Yeah, you're not even in the fair yet, and you got a great buzz. And let me tell you, starting your day with a flight of mead, and then immediately like 3 shots of clear liquor is it certainly will wake you up better than coffee. Because you're like, oh, now I'm awake and I'm hammered. Like.
Ren Fair is like NASCAR for nerds.
Yeah, pretty much is. I mean, you know, it's just a great excuse to go day drinking. and dress up.
They're going. I've been drinking some sticks this morning. They're going around the track.
I went to a NASCAR race once in Dover, and it was so boring that I fell asleep in the stands. Because, it's exciting when they start. And then, like, after 10 laps, you're like, cool, 450 more to go. Like,
You gotta really start drinking and get fucked up. Then it's like, there's a whole other. I think that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to get really fucked up, hammered.
sure. I mean, when I was a kid, I couldn't do that. I'm sure there were some redneck kids there that were drunk, but not me. Like,
You need to at least get a little sip, though. I don't care how
sure,
young you are.
sure. Well, did you know that NASCAR started out of like the rum runners during Prohibition?
No, I didn't.
Like
No.
that's what eventually I'm pretty sure that's correct. I remember reading
Yeah.
that was what eventually evolved into the modern like racing circuit. Was these guys like getting like souped up vehicles so that they could outrun the
The
law?
cop? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they should do. They should just put like a cop car at the
Yeah.
back
Yeah,
and then be like, oh, who's getting caught, dude?
that would be way more exciting. And then
Pulled over.
give them GTA cop levels of insanity.
Come on, Jeff.
Jeff Gordon.
He's like the Tom Brady of NASCAR.
Oh my God. I don't know anything about NASCAR, so.
They made up
Anyway.
this whole thing that he was gay. It turned out I believed it for years. I told everybody he's gay. And then I found out that he has a wife and kids. I guess that kind of ruined the whole gay thing. I think it was because his car was so like fruity looking.
Well, he probably doesn't have any control over like his sponsors and all that. And if your sponsor's like, oh, we're gonna pay you a couple $1 million a year, I'd be like, you can paint whatever you want on my car. Like, I don't care. Like, here he comes in the My Little Pony racer. Like,
All right, so
yeah. Anyway, oh my God, what a segue!
Jesus Christ.
Holy shit, we were lost in the sauce there for a second. All right, so all this stuff is going on while you guys are trying to brace the door here to the inner keep. So the airship has arrived, and there are mages on the deck, and they're launching siege weaponry into the crowd of hobgoblins. And then across at the very edge of the battlefield, the Anvil Breaker cavalry, heavy cavalry, has arrived and started slamming into the back of the hobgoblin ranks. And then I should note over the hill behind the cavalry are rank after rank of dwarven heavy infantry. You guys obviously can't see that, but that's what's going on across the battle.
I think we got scooped up in the Big B's hand.
You did, I think. I don't know. I think Savick is on this other balcony here, but he scooped you up in Big B's hand.
Yeah.
Oh, well, why don't we just glide over and goblin glide up to the airship and just start pew to go turret mode.
Because you're going to have to wait until it's my turn.
I'm not sure whose turn it is.
Well, it would have been a new round, I think.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll just shoot the big nasty goblin boy. I got the 100 mark on him, so let's do it.
Big
Oh,
nasty.
done.
Let's see this new macro. Let's see how it works out.
New and improved. I think he had high armor class. Is that right? And I was
Yeah,
using,
so
like a
his-
normal attack.
Yeah, his AC is 21.
Yeah, so
I'll tell you now since we're near the end. What did you say? You're not fucking with him?
Yeah, I'm not fucking with that. I'm doing the. All right, here we go. Nice and clean. Check out how clean this is. So I do 2 attacks. No sharpshooter, no power shot, so I can hit him. Looks like the second one doesn't hit though.
29 will hit.
Yeah, so we're hitting them for 11 and 13, 24.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all cleaned up there. The bot, that's the
Ooh, I gotta get his stat block opened up here because he's got a reaction. I ain't forget about that shit.
Oh,
Don't sound so sad, Petey. Hey, what are you doing on Friday?
I'm going to work.
Oh, well, Darren is going to be around. What are you doing on Saturday?
I'm going to work.
Well, Darren is going to be around. So it's like,
Is
I
this a
know.
storybook? Is this
Well, I
a
know.
storybook? Ask me what I'm going to do on Sunday.
It's a children's book. Yeah.
I'm going to work.
Well, Darren's going to be around. I know I'm going to see him for at least 2 days. And then who knows how long after that. So if you're going to be around.
Oh, no way.
Wes,
Well, yeah, he messaged me Thursday, and I said I'm probably not going to be able to make it.
Okay.
He asked if Barnett and I wanted to go. But
He did mention that. Well, I'm going to Home Depot this weekend and getting a new fire pit for the backyard. So I'm not sure what you're.
keep home.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you're doing on Saturday after the reunion there, Savic, but might have a little fire in the backyard.
Nice.
So something to consider. How high up in the air are you, Gallon Dan?
I think I just jumped on the hand, so I'm next to the ledge,
Okay.
right?
Yes. I wasn't sure if he raised it or not.
Yeah, I think I flew it up as I flew up for the remaining 60 feet. So
Okay, so he's up there. All right. Well, then never mind. He can't use his psychic feedback if you're not directly in his line of sight. So he knows you're up there, but he can't see you. So never mind. Okay. So it would be King Magnus's turn. I'm gonna have King Magnus do the spears, shoot out from the walls of the keep. 24 is good. That'll hit for the damage. Oh, Gradius, it's your turn. Just kidding, you're not here. Saving.
all right. I'm gonna go ahead. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and control Bigby's hand with Gallandan. I'm gonna go ahead and move Bigby's. Move there 25 with Gallandan. And then I'm gonna go down another 20 feet towards the ledge. I'm going to go ahead and hop on Bigby's hand as well. And I'm going to have Nocturne come in and take the help action and distract Mr. Hobgoblin. And then I'm going to use the remainder of movement for Bigby's to go up into the air.
Okay, about how high do you think?
So that was move about 30, come down 20. That's 50. So about 10 feet up off the 10 feet above the balcony ledge.
Okay. All right, cool. Got it.
And then let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and let's see. Uh, I'll go ahead and blast this dude with a firebolt cantrip, and then follow that up with a crossbow bolt attack.
The big guy?
Yeah, the hobgoblin.
Sounds good.
Elven accuracy spell attack. 23 versus AC. And
Hit.
then we're going to go with the range crossbow attack for 19.
Okay, you hit him for 19 damage, and he
No,
drops down to 1. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, that was for my second attack. 19.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The 19 on the crossbow attack will miss.
All right. I'm going to do some damage on some firebolt. And 18 damage.
Nice. Okay, so you actually hit him this time. You hit him for real with the motes of fire, and he drops down to 1 knee and also 1 hit point instead of where he would have died before. He does not. He drops to 1 hit point.
Oh, okay.
And from your vantage point, you can see this massive steel armor that he wears. It appears to be sparking, and smoke begins rising from within the carapace of armor that he wears. Anything else?
No, that's going to end my turn.
Okay. All right, so you and Galandan are like 30 feet in the air.
Oh, skibbity.
Oh, skibbity. I don't know any of the other words.
Red.
All right, so it's the hobgoblins' turn. The hobgoblins are sort of in disarray, other than the ones right in front of you here. As the anvil breakers cut through their rear flank, and the airship decimates their ranks as they were storming the fortress. But directly in front of you here, they're going to take up their ram and try one last time to break down the gate. Oh, 25 is a hit. Let me look at the ram damage here.
The ram damage.
Ram damage.
Dodge ram.
Dodge ram. All right, they smack the gate for 9. And what do we got for damage on the gate already here? Let's see. Where did I put that? Oh, there it is. Okay, so -9. Got it. All right. And then we'll have the Hobgoblin Commander go last. Let's see. He's going to use his flame jet attachment on his armor to spew flame in a line 100 feet long and 5 feet wide. I would imagine that Bigby's hand gives you partial or total cover.
Yeah.
Is that more of like a total cover scenario?
Well, I guess that's up to how you're going to roll it.
Is Bigby's hand physical, or what is it?
Yeah. Well,
Oh, the
it's
size of it can vary. Oh, go ahead. I'm just gonna read this quick.
yeah, it's large translucent.
Yeah, measured from the tip of the middle digit to the base of the wrist, where the conjuration ends. The classic visualization is a semi-translucent purple human male hand. But the actual look of the hand is, of course, dependent on the caster's will. So it can vary from 8 feet to a maximum of 16 feet. So that is actually up to you, sir. How big is it? Oh, God. The hand.
Well,
How large is the? Oh God! Fuck!
I
How
guess
large
in
is the hand?
I guess in this
Cut that out of the recording.
I guess in this case
oh,
I guess in this case it would probably be close to 16 because I would I'm transporting people around, so I guess I would have it be as large as
Okay.
possible.
Well, you know what? With a statement like that, with a Freudian slip of that quality, he's gonna miss. No damage from Flame Jet. Holy shit! What a fail. That was like climbing in D&D realm. All right, so Flame Jet fused with no damage. That'll be a round down after he disengages the flame jet attachment on his wrist. The sparks come emitting from his armor grow, and so does the smoke. Seems to be coming from the back piece somehow. That's a round down. Gallandan, you're floating in Big B's hand.
attack him. No. 27 and 31. Wow, 3 sneak attack damage.
Yeah, they both hit.
1. Are you serious, bro? 29 damage. Sheesh.
Okay. You're gonna land a killing blow. How do you want to do it?
Oh, no way, dude.
Yeah.
I'm Magnus Broken Iron Son. Gallandan.
Yeah, dude. Look at me, Daddy. Be my new dad. We'll throw football together. We'll play catch in the backyard.
All right.
I'm gonna kill him, and then I'm gonna look the Savick and Big B's hand too, or just me.
Yeah, you guys are both in Big B's hand.
Okay, I'm gonna look over to Savick and I'm gonna say, man, that guy was a jerk.
All right, well, you land the killing blow, and he falls down to both knees, and his eyes sort of lull into the back of his head. And as he falls to the ground, there's a loud beeping that emits from within his armor as the sparks and the smoke within grow. The hobgoblins immediately around him begin to try and turn and gain some distance. However, his armor begins to self-destruct. So the armor begins to spark and smoke as it overloads its psychic engine. It will explode. Savick and Gallandan, you need to make a DC 16 Dex saving throw. And so does King Magnus, and so does Prince Orin.
What the? What the? Where's my iPad?
Where's my iPad?
That's the code for where's my character sheet.
Hey, we're in the digital age, so.
Dude, Gallandan, I hope you have a lot of moon soap so I can wash Bigby's hand from hobgoblin armor explosion.
Where is Gallandan? Oh, here he is.
That's all right. I got to get King Magnus's character sheet open up here, too.
Oh, man.
The advanced roller. I have to click on advanced roller if I want to roll the dice, right?
Yeah,
Why?
it's always been like that. What do you mean?
No, I used to be able to just click on it and it would come open with everything.
Okay, well, I'm sorry that you're disappointed.
You need to say, "I'm sorry that happened to you."
Well, I don't need to say that. It's only an inconvenience if you let it be.
Well, I'm letting it.
26 and 11. All right, well. 26 succeeds, but 11 will fail.
All right.
So General Blackthorn falls to the ground. As he dies, his armor begins to self-destruct. In a 40-foot radius,
What? Right.
if you succeeded, you take half. If you fail, you take all. 54.
All right, kids. I'm going to just have to use my reaction and my last second level spell slot to cast Absorb Elements.
There you go. So you take half anyway. So that would be 27.
All right.
And that's going to kill all these hobgoblins in the immediate vicinity. And I need to roll for the king real quick. All these guys are dead. Oh, what did I do? Click to the other layer. Okay, so let me see. King Magnus and then his son. Oof. Not good. As far as dwarves go, they're not very dexterous. Oh, King Magnus rolls a 13. His son rolls a 15. King Magnus is going to use his legendary resistance to succeed this saving throw where he would have failed.
Where you go, Dad?
But his son is not so lucky, and he does take the 54 damage.
Let's see here. Let me see something.
Which will knock him unconscious. And many of the dwarves here around the gate to the inner keep is obviously blown wide open, and many of the dwarven defenders inside suffer from the blowback of the explosion. So Prince Orin falls unconscious, and King Magnus uses his legendary resistance to succeed where he would have failed. Gallandan, anything else? Look at what you did.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Oh, that's your concentration.
Yeah, that could have. That
Oh,
could have been.
Yeah, that could have been real
that could have
bad.
been
Yeah.
Another. That could have been a fall for 30 plus feet.
3d10.
Whoopsie. I did that.
Oh, not on purpose, but yes.
Sorry.
Oh, you don't have to apologize to me.
Sorry, everybody. Especially you, Dad. And David. And Grady.
He's not here, so can't take much damage if you're not there. King Magnus, on his turn, will run over here and let's see. He's going to use a medicine check to try and stabilize his son. So the doors to the keep are blown open, and all the dwarves are laying around, injured or Some of them are dead, and he looks over and sees his boy, and he runs over, and he's gonna instantly begin to render aid. Oh, eight's not great. And so he'll spend his turn doing that. In terms of lair actions, most of the enemy in front of the keep are dead. Grady's is not here, so Savik, it would be your turn.
All right. Let's see. So are there just kind of remaining hobgoblins kind of left over?
Everything, you can see that orange radius, right?
Yes.
Everything outside of there would be where hobgoblins have survived. So,
Okay.
um,
In that case, I'll go ahead and take
like
Big B's
these
hand
guys.
up. Okay. Got that. All right. Sounds good. In that case, I'll go ahead and fly around with Big B's hand. Hold on. That means.
Oh, you're good.
All right. We're gonna go ahead and fly over here. We'll fly over towards the airship. That's 90. We'll move to about there. Move to about here, and I'll go ahead and just I'll go ahead and try and pelt one of the hobgoblins down below with firebolt. Uh, 23.
Yeah, 23 will hit.
For 20 damage. Let's just try and pick off one of the let's try and go for this guy or something like that.
Okay. What do I got for them for health again?
And then I'll go ahead and use my second attack to go ahead and try and pick him off with a crossbow bolt.
Okay. All right, let me mark this dude.
14
20.
versus...
14 will miss.
All right. That's gonna go ahead and end my turn. Maybe not. I'm gonna go ahead and consume a health potion. I think it was what? 40.
Okay.
I'll use one of the 44 plus 4s for 15.
Roger that.
And that's gonna end my turn.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, after you, yeah, okay. I'm gonna have you're pretty high up in the air, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have a couple of these hobgoblins just lob some arrows at you with disadvantage. As soon as I get their stat block opened up here. Okay, so yeah, they're +5. Okay, I'm gonna have 8 of them try to attack you. Okay. 7, 10, 9, 21, 14, 23, 23, and 17.
Let's see.
Do any of those hit?
What were the numbers again?
7, 10, 9, 21, 14, 23, 23, and 17. So 21 and 23 twice.
Yeah, 21 and 23s will hit.
Okay, that was rolled with disadvantage. It's not for much damage. So it is going to be.
Those will hit me too.
Oh, really? Which ones?
Anything higher than 16, that's like 3 of them.
There's a 17 in there.
Maybe 4.
Okay. All right. So here we go. I'm going to. Okay. 7, 14, 21. I rolled too many times. Savik, it would be 21 damage on you. Gallandan, 26 damage for you.
Oh.
Man,
Wow.
watch out, Elfie bros. You guys are taking some damage.
Won't you be my friend?
All right, that'll be the end of the hobgoblin's turn. Shit, I gotta look at something real quick. I forgot. Fuck is
26. Ow. That happened on the same round as the self-destruct, right?
Yes. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of damage.
Ouch. No uncool dodging for me.
I did roll with disadvantage to account for the cover. Let's see. All right. Well, after the hobgoblins, I'm gonna have the airship round out the round. So they're actually gonna cruise on over here. They can go 8 miles an hour. So they're gonna come sailing over here, see where you guys are. And I don't know which one of you is looking up first, but you see the face of an old man looking down at you with a crazy smile on his face.
Turn back.
He looks down at you and he says,
Won't you be my friend?
elves, 2 elves. Why, we got elves here, he yells back. He said, saw you lads are having a bit of a hard time. He throws down a rope ladder. Climb aboard. We're about to fire.
All right, we'll climb up the rope.
No, you come down here.
All right. If you decide to climb up, I'll tell you about the crew as you climb aboard. And as soon as you climb aboard, these fire ballistas let loose over top of the hobgoblins. And there are also groups of battle mages standing on the sides of the deck, hanging on to the rigging as they launch spells at the enemies below. So the fire ballista, there are 2 of them, 2 large ones that fire at the same time. Let's see, they are +6. Whoops. Do they have a description? Nope. All right. So 2 attacks here. 18 and 22 are good. And they will hit for 3d10 each. That's just 1 3d10. I don't think those guys are. I'll roll it again. All right. So the ballista fires. You guys climb aboard the ship. Am I correct?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Well, here. Would you like to see what the crew looks like?
Absolutely.
Let me put my goggles on.
Yeah, you better. You're gonna need him up here. Okay, you climb aboard the Dragon Wing. First thing that you notice is the motley crew on board. Standing at the helm of the airship is a dwarven sky captain, adorned in a leather duster, shouting orders at his crew. There's a bugbear ranger standing on the forecastle. What looks to be a gnome monk running to and fro. A human ninja or a shinobi standing in the forecastle, and the man that threw down the rope ladder to you is an elderly man with a maniacal-looking grin, seated upon a combat wheelchair.
Oh, dude, I was just gonna say, this sounds like our future party characters that we play.
This would be that party in the future, and if you had different designs for your character, too fucking bad, because I asked what they were doing like months ago. So. Also present on the airship, standing near the captain back here. Well, I have a description of them. Please give me a moment here. I don't want to get this wrong.
Man, this totally ruined my backstory that I didn't tell anyone about. I kept it to myself, and now it's ruined. I'm so angry.
All right, so beside the captain are two humans. But Captain Maravar stands at the helm of his magnificent airship. He's a striking figure with long black hair cascading down to his shoulders and a long black beard to match, meticulously braided with silver rings. His eyes are sharp and piercing as he surveys the battlefield below, his face a mix of determination and grim resolve. Clad in a leather duster adorned with intricate medals, denoting his status, he carries a massive axe at his side. His crew is a motley blend of characters, each one bringing a unique set of skills to the airship.
Not an elf amongst them.
No, not a nary an elf amongst them. Standing beside him are two formidable figures. One that you recognize immediately, Savik, as the Archmage Alexandrus Cyrenus. He looks, by your estimation, in the throes of battle as he throws spells down onto his enemies. He appears 10 years younger, as if he's moving with renewed vigor. His dark purple robes shimmer with arcane power as he shouts incantations and issues spells towards the enemy. Beside him stands the Archdruid, Brannick Silverleaf, the esteemed leader of the Circle of the Gilded Acorn. He looks to be an older man, but despite his advanced age, he still strikes an imposing figure. His physique is still fit and well muscled. He has tan skin, and the skin on his face is a bit weathered. No doubt a testament to countless years spent under the sun. His long silver hair cascades below his shoulders, intertwined with strands of leaves and small blooming flowers. His attire is a masterful blend of practicality and showcases a deep reverence for nature. He wears tunic of deep green, woven from durable fibers that seem to shimmer with a subtle glow.
Nature boy.
Yeah, pretty much. Archdruid and Archmage.
Whoa!
The Archdruid's most distinctive feature is the headdress he wears, a magnificent crown of elk antlers. They curve gracefully, giving him an almost regal appearance. So, yeah, that's the airship crew. You know, I can describe them a little bit better afterwards.
Won't you be my friend?
The better question is, don't you think a combat wheelchair would be a liability on an airship?
One wrong, one sharp turn, you know?
That's right. That's right. One hard to port and you're fucked.
But the combat wheelchair can float up the stairs.
I heard that. And descend from the tops of buildings at terminal velocity with no damage.
Yeah, dude. It's perfectly legit to have at first level.
Dude, there's an episode of Legend of Vox Machina. It's like the first episode. They get into a bar fight, and this dude is in a combat. Yeah, dude in a combat wheelchair. He pulls himself. He like backs up from the table and like hits this button, and all these blades shoot out from the wheelchair. And Wes and I are watching it. We started fucking laughing. Like I've seen that one before. So anyway, you guys make your way aboard the Dragon Wing and get a glimpse at Captain Marivar's immediate crew. And we'll round out the round that way as they issue a bombardment through the ranks. At the edge of the battlefield, the Anvil Breakers have broken the rear lines of the enemy and have them in complete disarray.
Oh,
So at this point, I would ask you guys, do you want to continue the battle or do you want to wrap it up narratively? Because from here, you have a clear advantage over the enemy. You have a height advantage. Their rear guard is pretty much falling apart, and morale is fading amongst the hobgoblins. So how do you guys want to?
Here's my input. Ara will be home in I don't know, 20 minutes or so. So I'm gonna make her some food.
Okay.
When she gets home. So
I got you.
I'm gonna vote on more of a narrative finish.
Sure.
Or,
Yeah, let's do that, and then we.
Towards what we'll do next.
Yeah, and then we can discuss what the plan is after this battle, because I need to prep for whatever comes after this. So.
All right.
Okay, so you guys climb aboard the Dragon Wing, and no sooner can you say hello to the Archmage or any of the others that you may or may not recognize, as Captain Marivar calls out an order to his crew, all hands, she's hard over, and he takes the airship. Oh fuck, what do they call those things? The helm, right? That's what you call the wheel, right?
It's the helm, mister.
Okay, the helm is, it's the part used to steer a ship. Other terms are tiller, wheel, rudder, or steering gear. Okay. So yeah, he's up at the helm and he turns the wheel hard over to the left. With that, the airship lurches. So make a dexterity save as the airship lurches to the side.
I've never been on an airship before.
Well, there's a first time for everything, Elfie. Whoa, there's 2 airships? Oh, no. Never mind. I can't get it to turn. That's okay. Okay, 13 and 9 are good. It was a 5 to maintain your footing. It will not always be a 5 if you're on the airship and in combat, just so you know. But as the airship turns, you get a little wobbly until you can get a better sense of where your feet are at. But owing to the fact that you're both elves, you manage to maintain your gracefulness and stay on your feet. As the airship turns and they begin to bombard the hobgoblin ranks below. If you were to gaze over the right ledge of the airship down below, you would see that the dwarves, what remains of them, have reformed and have begun charging out into the fray to slay whatever hobgoblins remain. Foolish enough trying to get into the keep to attack their king. At the rear end of the battlefield, the Anvil Breakers heavy cavalry has smashed into the rear flank of the Black Banner Hobgoblins and has them in complete disarray. Any semblance of a defense was lost the moment that they shattered their lines. As the Anvil Breakers, heavy infantry, slowly but surely have made their way down the hill and begin engaging the fleeing Black Banner Hobgoblins with a sort of ruthless disregard for any sort of surrender. From your vantage point, perhaps you can't get an up close look at what's going on, but the heavy infantry of the Dwarven mercenaries are moving through the ranks with deadly precision, cutting down any and all hobgoblins they find without any chance of surrender. They wield pikes, spears, axes, hammers, and a new type of weapon. It's called a Dwarven Urgrosh. Basically, it's an axe on a longer handle with the point of a spear above the blade of the axe. So it can be used as a spear or a halberd, per se. They are using these weapons to deadly effect as they cut down the hobgoblin ranks. They reach this hobgoblin general, and encircle his position. Quickly take him alive. While the remainder of the hobgoblins try and flee to regroup. Cavalry turns and will ride after them to the south, while the infantry will move forward to help the beleaguered defenders of the fortress as the airship continues its path of destruction. And it will continue like that for some time until the Black Banner Hobgoblins are defeated and or routed from the field. Eventually, the Battle of Dune Craigadom comes to an end. There are mountains and mountains of hobgoblin corpses strewn everywhere over the fortress. The massive rotting carcass of the Crypt Lord also lies strewn across the upper side of the fortress over here. And miraculously, you and your companions have survived the battle.
Holy shit.
Da 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 da. Bum 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 bum.
Hit him with the flash.
31 degrees.
Where's my Super Bowl ring?
Best I can do is a participation trophy. Okay. What are your thoughts on the big battle?
Well, I'm just happy that we made it out alive, especially since it was just a couple elves for the past couple of sessions.
Who would have thought a pair of elves would be the ones to defend the dwarves?
Defend the dwarves.
You may have improved interspecies relations at least for the foreseeable future, and at least amongst this micronation of dwarves.
Yeah, until they see how many times Galandan has to wash his hands with his moon soap.
I'm gonna need a big sink.
On a scale of moisturizes your skin to can clean the oil off of a baby duck, how good is the moon soap?
Depends on who's using it, of course.
Oh, okay. Well, hopefully it's not like that foaming hand soap shit that dries your skin out. Okay, good
I
talk.
don't know anything about soap. All I can think about is they put it in a sock or something.
What?
Isn't that how they make soap? Don't you just put it?
Well,
don't you put
I think it
something in
has
the
to.
soap?
I think it has to go through like a sieve, like a very fine filter for. I don't know. For some reason, the only thing I can think about is Fight Club, and I don't think that that's the best frame of reference for learning how to make soap. Like,
Nope, nobody's brain's going in the right place right now. I don't even know what soap is.
well, the other suggestion I got on the big battle format was to have like sections for unit matchups. So instead of just being like, oh, the dwarves are fighting hobgoblins over on the western rampart, instead of something like that, the hobgoblins squadron or swarm would have their own basically, for future big team battles, what I want to do is run groups of enemies as swarms, where they'll have their own stats, and they can be affected by things such as morale, or do they have an officer leading them or something like that. But basically, it'll come down to these like war game combat rolls where you're rolling the dice against the enemy, and then the battle still goes on narratively, but it gives you a little bit more agency over what happens. So I think that would be a good thing to add moving forward. um so
I think one way I heard somebody do it is you fight these battles as a player, and then each time you win, you do like, I don't know, the Scurb guy would be one, the Hobgoblin would be whatever. Then you
Yeah.
keep getting a +1, and that +1, +1, +1. Sometimes you don't win, and you don't get a +1, and then the other side gets the +1.
yeah, that's
And then at
yeah.
the end you roll a d20 for one side, a d20 for the other side, and you get that modifier or something like that. But that's if you, that's if you're okay with whatever outcome.
That's like the hold on. That's like the system of victory points that I've been using like in the shadows, where there are certain events that are going on in the world. Like, for example, it's pretty clear at this point that the empire is fine to use lesser races to achieve their goals if it means not sacrificing their own troops, right? So to that end, it could be something like, oh, there's a ancient black dragon in this valley, and we think it might be in league with the empire, so let's go kill it. So you'd go kill it, and then that kill is worth a certain amount of victory points that goes into like the war effort tally,
Yeah,
and then that
something
ultimately,
like that.
yeah, and then that ultimately will affect like this larger scale battle that we're slowly but steadily moving towards in the future. So something like that. But yeah, I just want to have it set up so that it gives you guys a little bit more agency than just being like, all right, you guys are fighting over here, and here's what's going on over here. Like, so it's less me talking, yapping at you, and you guys having a little bit more agency to make your own choices with how you want things to go. So, and also there's an ally system that I want to use in the future, but I'm not going to say very much more than that.
Okay.
I mean, I could definitely say more about it, but I'm just going to let it hang for now.
Nice.
I would just say if you've played the first Dragon Age, you'll probably, at least in some way, understand how I mean. Well, it's not like it's a big secret. I tell Wes about it every weekend after I have 2 or 3 drinks in me. But yeah, you survived the battle. And no, I'm not going to tell you guys to level up just yet.
Oh,
All right.
I know.
Oh, okay, bye.
Oh, okay.
I'm just kidding.
So you guys are level 11 now. That would take you guys right to level 12.
Come on.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I tell you what. At the rate that we're going through the campaign, you can go ahead and level up to level 12. I will say, from level 12, do not expect to level up for some time.
So we're level 12?
Oh,
Yeah, you guys can level up to level 12 since you've survived the Battle of Dune Kragadum.
All right, nice.
And then, like I said, now that you're at level 12, I would not expect to level up until. Okay, so I mean,
Christmas
like it's no. It's very clear though. I don't think it's any great secret that there's going to be a battle for the city of Kingsgarden. I would not expect you to level up until after that battle. I will just say that.
Dude, you know what level I get? The next level?
What's that? Well, what are you still multi-classing? Are you still dumping levels?
I'm still going into fighter. I'm into fighter. And
You
then,
get extra attack now, don't you?
No. That's
That's
I won't
fine.
get any more extra attacks. No, but third level fighter. I'm gonna go for arcane archer.
Oh, nice.
Because that bow you
True-
gave me
true
is
dip
so
in there.
fun, and I'm just
Yeah.
gonna be like, I'm just gonna lean harder into that. And this is the only time I'm ever gonna get to play arcane archer, I guess. That's where I'm going. And then I don't know what I'll do after that.
Okay.
Ouch.
Well, that'll give you something to think about in the future. Since Kyle didn't show up, I'm gonna message Kyle.
Because he's got. Are you giving him mandatory detention?
I'm just telling him he has until next week to wrap up his business with the king. Is there anything you guys want to say to the dwarves or
Yeah.
any of the NPCs?
Yeah, I'd say, just mainly something along the lines of like going down and looking for surviving dwarves or, things like that. um, Dad?
Mm.
Will you adopt me?
So you guys are gonna go down and speak to the king and some of the officers?
Yeah.
Move this. All right, so they're able to bring the airship to. Despite its colossal size, it has great maneuverability. Oh my God, maneuverability. And yeah, you get the impression that Captain Maravar, the dwarven airship captain, is quite adept at steering this gargantuan vessel. So he brings it to a stop, and yeah, you could certainly go below. If you were to go below, the dwarves are making quick work of stacking the bodies of the hobgoblins. You notice that they have work crews carrying the bodies of the hobgoblins to one area and piling them rather unceremoniously, while other dwarves go through and pull arms and armaments off of the fallen hobgoblins, throwing them into wagons and other piles through which no doubt they'll harvest the materials from from the hobgoblin, the fallen hobgoblins, I should say, and or they'll be taken somewhere and sold. In the inner keep, they've been bringing the gravely wounded on the inside, and you can see dwarven clerics moving to and fro between rows of wounded. You spy the king over near where you had left him, over near his son. Prince Orn remains unconscious, but he has been stabilized. The king rests wearily on the handle of his axe. He leans heavily upon it and takes a glance around at his kinsmen and his people, sort of surveying the carnage.
Dwarven Bonnie Barrack.
What?
Oh my god.
Dwarven Bonnie Barrack.
Dwarven Bonnie Barrack. What about Dwarven Bonnie Barrack?
That's one bus I ain't getting on. Hi, baby. Were you the one that got the cat treats out?
So I don't know which one of you is going below.
I'll go down too, but I know I'm gonna have to cut it at any minute now. But
Yeah, no, I know.
thinking about I think I should probably survey everyone and do a lap around and have that big old victory lap with everybody. That's what I'm thinking. I'm Elvin Jeff Gordon.
There you go. That means you like Pepsi.
DuPont. I got a DuPont sticker on my bow.
I thought, oh my god, I thought he was also the Pepsi driver or whatever.
No, that's Pepsi Man.
But yeah, I'm gonna go do a victory lap with everybody. I'm gonna get down and start making some food. But I had fun tonight. It was good hanging out with you guys.
Yeah, you too,
see you
man.
guys.
Sorry it's a short one, but I'm glad you had fun.
No,
So
all good. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.
later, man.
See you, man.
So I don't know what you would say to the king, but since it's just you and I here, I would tell you that the gist of it, of what he would say to you, is that he would thank you for your assistance and the assistance of your companions. Then he would most likely speak with the Archmage and Captain Marivar, especially. They would speak for some time. I'm sure you would be privy to their conversation. Basically, Archmage has come to reinforce the direness of the position that Aralis finds itself in. And in the most diplomatic way possible, has made a proposition to King Magnus that, you know, his people, like the king sent his own people to help him. And as a result, the king would appreciate his friendship and his time of aid. I should also note that Captain Thrain Stonehammer stands beside King Magnus. Thrain Stonehammer is the commander of the Anvil Breakers. He looks like this. I could describe him, but here's just a better way to show what he looks like. You got that?
Everybody.
Everybody looks like Thrain Stonehammer. No, I'm just kidding. So basically, the Archmage is like, hey, Aralis is in. Like, we have routed your enemy and captured one of the Hobgoblin commanders. You know, we will interrogate him and find out what he knows. The king, as a token of his friendship, has sent men here to fight and die for you, and would appreciate your friendship in turn in our hour of need. To which pretty much the King Magnus replies that Clan Broken Iron will stand with Aralis in its hour of need, and once they finish up their business here, see to their dead and their wounded, and return and grab the men that are left in their ancestral halls, they will march south and stand with Aralis in their hour of need. And the Anvil Breakers, of course, acquiesce to this as well, because
Nice.
they are currently under contract with Clan Broken Iron. So secured dwarven allies, and you can expect them to stand with you when the Battle of Kingsgarden begins. So
Sweet.
And I messaged Kyle. I told him, you guys are we're wrapping this part of the story up. So he can just message me about what his character stuff is, and we can hopefully resolve that. And I did tell him, I was like, I need this by next week because, the game is going to keep moving. So unless he for some reason decides to stay here, which I guess he could, but I don't know about running two separate scenarios here. So, but yeah, the long and short of it is, you guys saved Clan Broken Iron. Clan Broken Iron and her allies, the Anvil Breakers, are going to come to your aid in your time of need. Good.
Yep.
Nice. Anything else you want to do that's character specific?
Not at the moment. I guess at this point, I'd probably just, if the dwarves need any extra help with trying to, sift through everything or whatever, be more than
Sure.
happy to help them. However, I would like to sit down and take a rest for a moment.
Sure. In fact, I think both the Archmage and King Magnus will remark that you look tired, even for an elf. And he tells you that there's chambers in the back of the hall where you can find some respite. So either here, there's a couple bed chambers, or into this other area that's kind of away from the area where they're bringing in the wounded to be treated. So, and then if there's anything you want to do after that with any of the other NPCs, like the Archmage or the Archdruid, or talk to them or anything, we can resolve that in Facebook chat, or we can just chat about it on Friday,
Yeah.
So, but I don't want to do too much since nobody else is here, if that's cool with you.
That is 100% fine. And then we can also, during FUF, we can basically catch Darren
Oh,
up.
yeah. Oh, yeah, Darren will be here. Yeah, that's right. Yes, we will. So that'll give him a good chance to get caught up on stuff. So, but yeah, I mean, hard to believe the battle is over, but 6 weeks later.
Yep.
Congratulations.
We survived.
I mean, there were some pretty ingenious uses of the defense of this fortress. I mean, obviously magic is a huge game changer versus like the traditional depiction of this battle. But I was very impressed. I mean, you guys held on for a long time, a lot longer than I thought.
Yeah.
I mean, between Darren soloing the one boss, and then Kyle's use of control water to flood the plane. I mean, that was pretty ingenious, I have to say. Now, it came at the cost of him almost totally eating shit, but Was it fun though, bro? Did you have a good time with it?
Oh, yeah. I certainly had a blast.
I'm so glad. We will continue. We're going to use this system again, but it'll be version 2.0. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about, other than, hold on, not related to D&D, I'm going to share my screen. Do you think it's worth it to sign up for some weekends at the fair ahead of time? Holy shit, look at that. First weekend, they're doing adult costume contest.
Oh, man.
Are you willing to sweat to fucking death?
No.
You can still put together something pretty cool,
Oh, yeah.
But I think it might be worth just looking at a couple of these weekends here so we can determine for sure, like, dates that we want to go. Like, clearly, like, Oktoberfest is good. Shamrocks. I mean, any of these really. We should do both days for Halloween days and spooky nights for sure.
Okay.
It should be nice and crisp around that time too. Wow, they're doing 3 weekends of that? And then I guess that's last of the regular weekend before Yuletide. So the thing I'm thinking is it might be worth it just to sign up for the last couple weeks anyway, so that we can hold our spots. I mean, I don't know how you feel or your thoughts are. I mean, it probably won't sell out, but I mean, closer to the time it could. So are you there?
Yeah. Wizarding weekend. Heroes and villains. Pirate invasions.
I mean, shit, let's just go every weekend. It looks fucking awesome. It's going to be so great. Like, all the weekends are going to be great.
Well, yeah, we aren't going to have a bad
Wow, they're
time if
doing
we
a
end
blood
up doing
drive?
that. What's that?
They're doing a blood drive on Pirate Weekend. Then pay with your blood. Wow, Scald contest. Viking Weekend is probably wild. I don't think we've ever gone for that. Oh, another costume contest. Dude, my green tunic that I ordered is too small. It is
Yeah, that's
the
a bummer.
exact same tunic. Yeah, it's the exact same one as the gray one that I ordered. The gray one I tried on. When the green one came after that, I didn't even bother with it. I was like, oh, it's it's the same thing, so it's gonna fit. And yeah, it's too small. Like it would fit like a petite woman, but I put it on and I was like, wow, I feel like a tube of toothpaste, So it's okay because it'll go to consignment, but it is a bummer because now I have to rethink my my week one outfit, my attire. Oh my goodness, look at these puppies. Oh. Anyway, I was just thinking about this because I don't want us to find out that it's like sold out or whatever.
Right.
And speaking of that, they raised the price by 95 cents. I guess the virtual box. Oh, here we go. Let's just see. Let's just check. Dude, this is also going on the same weekend that I'm going away. Celtic Fling. Let's just see. It'll tell us if any of the dates are sold out. All right, so it doesn't look like anything's sold out yet, but I would just, also encourage you as well. Let's just keep an eye on this.
Yeah, I'm good for that.
I mean, I'm just thinking like the closer it gets to it, we already have our tickets. We just have to put so it's the subscription code up here. So can you still see my screen?
Yeah.
So yeah, pick a date and then your subscription code from your season pass goes in right away.
All right.
So, I mean, put closer to the time, but yeah, I'm just going to go through and, I mean, there's no reason you can't go through and just pick every single date. Even if you can't go, you paid for every weekend, right? So if something comes up that you can't go, at least you still have a spot, so if something does come up. Jaffiel.
Yeah.
A man of few words, I see. Thoughts?
Yeah, I think if we get a couple of dates nailed down, I'll go ahead and pick up the tickets as soon as possible, and I'm definitely looking
Yeah, I mean,
forward
like,
to that.
got the season pass already. You just gotta hold your spot with the subscription code. So, but yeah, so I mean, the more of the story is pretty much every single weekend, from the middle week of August to the last week of October. We'll probably be at the Ren Fair. So, hanging out and chatting with wenches. Yeah.
Yep, it's
Cool.
gonna be a blast, man.
Hell yeah, man. You know what? Let me see. Where's my mom sent me this. I want to show you this real quick.